YouTube, what's going on? Exhibit here, and I got an awesome new video for you guys today. In today's video, we are talking about Oakland round 2 of the Supercross series. Who would have thought Jason Anderson would have came out and dominated like he did? Didn't think he was going to do that, but I wasn't surprised either. So shout out to Jason Anderson, Team Fry, for just dominating that race. But anyways, this video just goes over my thoughts about the whole race as a whole, the 250, 450, my fantasy team. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys did, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, guys, much love. YouTube, what's going on? In today's video, we're doing a review of Oakland round 2. But first things first, in the background of this video later on, you guys will see me riding around the aerial championship round 2 at Oakland. This track is awesome. It's definitely difficult to hit some of the rhythm sections consistently. But that's what makes it challenging, and I was literally riding this for an hour straight, saying I would get off, but I never got off because I was just trying to get the rhythm sections down. But anyways, I want to give a big shout out to everybody that's involved. They are doing a fantastic job. We just watched the aerial on Friday, a great race, so make sure you guys are checking that out. It's on YouTube and Twitch. But yeah, just shout out to everybody that's involved. Make sure you guys go download this track. It's amazing. So but yeah, so let's jump into championship round 2. I'm gonna go over, just like last week, I'm gonna go over my fantasy team first, wherever it is. So I gotta go results. Where is it? Leagues. I'll go to this. We are winning after round 2. Hallelujah, by 3 points over B. Let's go. But yeah, anyways, let's look at what my roster was. All right, so I picked Carson Mumford, Michael Mosman, Cole Thompson, and Chris Bloss for the 250 class. After I watched qualifying, we watched qualifying on our Discord if you guys want to check that out. But after watching qualifying, I decided to go with these 4 riders just based on what I saw in their flow of the track. Chris Bloss was top 10 track wise, or lap time wise. As always, he's a fantastic rider in the whoops, so that played a big part in my decision to go with Bloss, as well as Michael Mosman, the all-star. It's his home track. He's really good at basically all tracks. He just got to be a little bit more consistent, but it was his home track, so that's why I kind of went with him. I knew he's going to try to put on a show for everybody. And then Cole Thompson, Carson Mumford, basically those guys were I think top 15 time wise. I don't have the times up here, but top 15 time wise, and I saw how they were riding, and I was like, okay, these guys have great positioning, great handicaps. They rode great last week, so I decided to rock with them. So that was kind of my decision to go with these guys for the 250 class, and it kind of worked out. All 4 of them qualified to the first heat, so that was pretty awesome. And then Carson Mumford, unfortunately, I think he tipped down, I think off the start, I think it was. He went down with that group of riders. So that kind of was a bummer, but everybody else played or rode really, really good. So I think I got double points for everybody besides Michael, who was the all-star, but you got the max points anyway. So pretty happy with that. And then jump down to 450 class. I mean, you have to have Eli Tomac after round 1. He's always consistent in round 2. But also he's really good at Oakland. So I decided to go with Eli for my all-star. And then who knows what Aaron Plessinger and Anderson were non-all-stars. So it's like, you have to go with these guys. So I went with them, obviously. And we got max points almost for each one. So that's pretty awesome. And then I went with the homie Alex to round it off. He had a 14 handicap. He's coming off not making the main last week. So I knew he was going to be fired up to try to make this main. He went out. He almost got it in the heat race. I think he got 10th in the heat race, and then he pulled LCQ winner. So we got all of our riders in the main, and that's what helped me secure 282 and the outright lead in our championship. So if you guys are interested in the championship, I'll put a link in the description below. So make sure you guys check that out. We have quite a few riders, or quite a few people. But we'd love to have everybody involved. We're going to try to do prizes. Probably at the end of the year, maybe in between. So let me know what you guys think about what type of prizes you guys would like to see. But yeah, make sure you guys are checking that out if you guys want to be a part of it. So But anyways, let's go to the results and just talk about what I saw. 250 official results. Oh, it's got season standings too. All right, so 250 season or 250 Oakland results. I mean, honestly, who thought different than Christian Craig was going to pull out and win this race? I said this in the Discord last night. I honestly think he can win every single race. Every single race that he rides in this year, I think he has an opportunity to win every single race if he doesn't crash. He's just that good right now. Being a veteran in the class and being that fast, I mean, he should win every race. So I mean, it's no surprise that he basically, I think he got second off the start, right behind Joe. And once Joe made that mistake, it was just long gone. Nobody was touching Craig. So obviously Craig number one. Hunter, Seth, I think they didn't really switch positions. I mean, I think Hunter and Seth kind of got gifted, not really gifted, right? But with Joe going down, they just moved up, and I don't think they really changed positions the whole entire time. So well, it looks like Hunter started 6 actually, but so he made 4 passes into second, but just solid riding all around for Hunter and Seth. Seth is riding really good for his second year, and Hunter's riding really good. So it's good to see Hunter come back and get a second after the 3rd place from last week. So the next step is that first place. So it's going to be exciting to see next round, see what he could do, and hopefully he could challenge for the win. But like I said, Craig is just on another level right now. But Seth going off back-to-back podiums, that's pretty freaking good as well for a second-year rider. And then Michael just got to clean up those mistakes. If he can clean up those mistakes, he'll be chilling. I mean, he's very fast. He knows how to ride. Just those tiny little mistakes costing him big positions. Like, he should be able to get second here, right behind or right in front of Hunter or battle with Hunter. But tipping down in that race, that cost him a lot. Shout out to Nate for getting 5th. Didn't really see much of him on the track, to be honest. Kind of rode his own race. Solid ride to get to 5th. Same with Vince. They didn't really show much of Nate or Vince in 5th and 6th. So I don't really have much, but I just know that Vince got another great start. He started 3rd, it looks like. Got another great start. Falling back a little bit, but hey, these guys are phenomenal riders. I mean, 6th place, you can't go wrong with 6th place. Joe, I mean, he probably had one of the most craziest whoops, like crash, like I don't know how he didn't get more hurt than what he did. He did a front flip and landed on the back side of the whoop. That was amazing. I mean, that guy, that definitely still got hurt, but it could have been way worse. So I'm happy that he's okay and he came back for a 7th. I mean, he got the start that he wanted. He kind of made that tiny mistake of stalling it in front of Craig. And then just made that whoop mistake. But other than that, I think he has the opportunity to get right up in the top 3 if he doesn't make those tiny mistakes. If he didn't make that whoop mistake, I think he's going to get top 5. But he's pushing it. You can see from the past couple of years that he's a solid rider and he's very consistent. But this year, you could see that he's trying to push the limits and trying to get to that box. So that's good to see. Marchbanks. Another TV flaw. You don't really see much of Marchbanks or Chris Blows or Wageman or Dylan or Cole or Carson. Shout out to AEO. Look at Mumford. Mumford came back from like 22nd, got to 14th. That helped my fantasy team a lot. So shout out to Mumford. He's riding really good on that Suzuki. But yeah, like, you don't really see much of the back end riders just because TV doesn't really show much. But all of these riders rode great. Shout out to Jared Stanky for making it on a 125, got 21st. I mean, all of these riders rode really good. The track was beat, and just surviving out there in that whoop section was just one long rut, basically. So basically just surviving, and they rode really good. So shout out to everybody. I think Robbie won the LCQ, if I'm not mistaken. I think he did, and he came back for a 10th. Carson at AEO got 13th. That's a really good ride. Cole, like, he picked him on my fantasy team, got 12th. He started 11th, fell back to 12th, so it didn't really move much. But yeah, I'm just trying to look at all these riders, but I think everybody rode really good to get into the main. And then just watching the TV, you only see the top 5 guys, really top 4. But hey, what are you gonna do? It's the TV. They got to show the best. But season standings, Craig, obviously, he's already got a 8-point lead over second. It's not much. It could be Hunter or Seth can make up ground, but that 36 down for Mosman, that's gonna be rough. Joe is 32. Joe is completely 20 points back already after 2 rounds. That's rough. It's not impossible to come back for that championship for Joe, but it is going to be very, very tough. But Craig is going to be really hard to beat in this 250 class, I think, in the West Coast. So should be interesting to see if he can pull out a victory at every stop, because I honestly think he could. So but that's my thoughts on the 250. I think everybody did really, really good. The track was beat. The top 5 guys still making mistakes. Those rhythm sections were tough on the 250 class. But that's what you're going to see in the 250. You're going to see those minor mistakes, the rookies making those mistakes, the veterans just dominating. So very good race for the 250. I thought it was very entertaining. So yeah, so the 450 class, let's see where the results are. So the 450 class, who would have thought Anderson would have pulled off this victory? As soon as he got a good start with AC, I thought Anderson, I said this in the Discord, I said it's Anderson's race to lose, because I knew AC was going to fall back a little bit because of his shoulder. And with Anderson starting second, I knew it was his race to lose. I think he paced himself very, very, very good. And look what happened. Came out, dominated after he got past AC. And just dominated. Led 18 laps. I mean, just a flawless race by Jason Anderson. He's won there in 2018. And they brought that up multiple times. But just an awesome race to watch him come back on his second ride with the KX. He should have got top 3 last week at A1. So to come back and just dominate like that, that's very, very impressive. Shout out to Aaron too. I mean, my fantasy team went 1, 2, and 4, so I can't be upset with that. And then Alex got 17th, so I can't be upset with my fantasy team at all. They rode really, really good. Aaron coming back from that, I don't know what place he got at A1. I think it was top 10, something like that, maybe 11th. But coming back and getting second, that's a really good ride for Aaron. He's going to be right there. He looks really good on that KTM. Barsha is just consistent, got a 3rd. Couldn't keep up with Aaron or Jason, but still riding 3rd. He started 5th, got into 3rd. You can't be upset with that ride right there. He's got the red plate with 3 points over Anderson. It's going to be interesting to see, definitely. And then Eli Tomac, I thought Eli could have won this race. He won it back in, I think it was 2020. I definitely thought he could win. And that's why I picked him as the all-star. He also had a 4 handicap. But I definitely thought he could win this. And he started 8th, made his way up to 4th. He was pushing to Barsha, but just couldn't make that move in the final couple laps. But he rode really good, I thought. It's going to be interesting to see. He's not too far back in the points. He's only 6 down. I mean, if you look at all these points right here, everybody in the top 9 are only 10 points away. I mean, that's pretty crazy. So it's definitely anybody's race for the first 5 or 6 rounds, I think. So Eli rode really good, got in 4th. Malcolm, didn't really see much. Malcolm had a crazy heat race behind Anderson. He went for that outside in the sand, and there was nowhere to go, and he took that hay bale with him, or tough block with him. That was kind of interesting to watch that line, but he came back. I think he qualified really good, so got a 5th. That's a solid ride from compared to last week. I think he top 10 last week with the crash with Marvin, and then getting a 5th. He was right behind Eli. I mean, he wasn't that far back. He started 10th and got into 5th. That's a really good ride. Dylan started 13th and got into 6th. Dylan rode really good, passed Cooper in the last couple of laps. So Dylan rode really good. Definitely a great bounce back ride compared to last week. And then Cooper Webb, I thought honestly could win this race as well with Eli. Cooper's really good at Oakland. But he was kind of like, he started 11th, but I felt like he started 11th, but also made his way up to like 5th, but then fell back. but he just didn't ride as much as didn't ride as good as I thought he was going to be. But obviously still 7th, and you got 6 other factory riders right in front of you. I mean, all these guys are insane. So getting a 7th, he's only 3 points down in 3rd. He's chilling after the first 2 rounds. You can't be upset about that. Marvin, didn't really see much of Marvin. I know he was racing with Cooper, but didn't see much. The person I thought, and this could be from his crash in practice, was Chase Sexton. I honestly thought he would have done better, but then he had a massive crash with Kenny in qualifying in that whoop section. So I could see why it didn't really pan out for him. Could have probably felt fatigued, sore from that crash. So getting a 9th, and he's only 10 points down. You can't be upset. Still got a top 10. So definitely interesting to see that, though. If he didn't crash in that whoops with Ken, I think he would have done better. But at the same time, all these guys are riding fantastic. So and then shout out to Dean for a 10th. Solid ride for Dino. You have AC starting out front and then just falling back with the shoulder. Hope that shoulder gets feeling better in the next couple of rounds so we can see him battle in the top 5. And then Ken had a rough day. Crashed in qualifying, hit his head on Chase's tire, and then crashed again in the whoops. Man, he had a really rough day. He's probably beat today. So hopefully he feels better for next week so he can come out swinging. He's only... Where's Kenny? He's only 6 points down. I'm trying to look for it. He's only 6 points down. After 2 races, 6 points, that's nothing. It's 2 races. You can win right there. 1 rider not even making a main. That's a big point to swing. So, solid ride to come back for both of those crashes from the main and the qualifying. So, and then shout out to everybody that got like 14th through 22nd. All of these guys in top 12, top 13 are factory riders. And then you have Shane, Max, Brandon, Alex, Kyle, Justin, Josh, Joanne, and then Justin. I don't know what happened to Justin Bogle. He made the main. Didn't really see him much at all on TV, so I don't know what happened. I didn't even know he made the main until right now, to be honest, because didn't see anything on him. But I mean, you almost have 22 factory riders in the 450 class. That's very unheard of for the last couple of years. So it's awesome to see all these riders battle it out. And then standing on top of the night was Jason Anderson. I mean, just dominated from the very beginning. And I said it was Anderson's race to lose, and he wasn't losing that shit. So awesome to see. Great racing. I'm excited for the next round. Where is the next round? I don't even know where the next round is. Where's the next round at? That Petco in San Diego. I'm excited for that. Definitely going to be interesting. A lot of these guys are right next to San Diego, so it's going to be awesome to watch this next race. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure you guys hit that like button. Put a comment down below if you guys are enjoying this. It's just my thoughts on what's happening on the Supercross race, because I watched it in the Discord. So if you guys are interested in watching it, the link will be down in the description below. We watch it every Saturday night in the Discord. You guys are more than welcome to join up and watch. So as always, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, guys, much love.